You're welcome to the hockey world for this matchup. Also, the same with Timberwolves Nuggets. I mean, it's
Yeah,
cinema. We have
It
two
really
teams
is.
that people want to watch, which is kind of funny.
it's.
Um,
I mean, dude, I
never
at some point I
came out of
get the
nowhere.
You know how the camera cuts when someone hasn't been talking, they start talking, it just cuts to
Yeah.
Clay, and I go, gosh, dang it.
I dude,
It's
there's
so
just so much.
good.
It's like, yes, there's okay, if for some reason we don't win this series, I mean, it's a it would be damn well earned if we do, and it damn well earned on the Stars part if they win. But
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
God
just been
damn it.
really frustrating with the refs. I can't deal with it, bro. I swear to God. It's like they're giving
Okay. What's up, Cheddar Pot Nation? It's your boy Cheese coming to you live from the Cheese Dome. I'm joined with Clay and Cole, who are on Zoom with me. Say what's up, guys.
what's popping. How we doing, everybody?
Hey.
Welcome back, Cole.
I'm
Holy
Where
glad
were
I
you?
am too,
What?
man.
So why couldn't you join us last
you
time?
were in India.
Yeah,
In East India
I
again?
was reporting on
Yeah.
the cricket leagues over there. But no, it's good.
Yeah,
I've
your
been
yearly
traveling a little bit.
excursion.
Life's been busy, but no, it's good. We're busy guys, so finally getting able to or being able to get all three of us on the horn here. Obviously, Zoom is making this easier too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Big
So
time.
This is the hopefully the future, you know. Not to say there won't be times where you and Clay will be together and we can record that way, but
I won't be. Yeah, I'll go out.
yeah, the
I'll go out
Zoom.
to his place. For sure.
Yeah. But Zoom is super easy for us. I mean, I know we talked about this a little bit in the last episode, but it's just more convenient, especially from an editing perspective. Um, but yeah, so speaking of the last time we recorded, it was, once again a while ago. Um, is what it is. Um, but I think we're still hoping to like be able to do this more often when we can. Last time we talked, it was before the playoffs started. I think we were mostly concerned about like, are these teams, the Timberwolves and the Wild, like teams that could actually compete in the playoffs? Like, will they do well? And now we're sitting here today, April 26th. We got the Timberwolves are up 3-1 on the Nuggets, and then the Wild have tied the series with the Stars 2-2. Obviously, last night
Hmm.
was a weird night because, Wolves win, but at the cost of losing Dante DiVincenzo to a not
Oh,
just only playoff long, but probably next season long Achilles ruptured injury, and then Ant hyperextended his knee. Um, on a very silly thing, which was just him jumping high as fuck because like he's trying to play defense, and then he landed
Hmm.
on his leg weird. Um, Honestly, kind of a cool way to get injured. It's just being like, look how fucking high I can jump.
yeah.
You land weird.
How
Um,
how long is he
yeah,
out
What's
for?
so.
what's Yeah, do you have the news on both of those reports? So did Dante for sure
Well,
tear his Achilles? Because he
Dante's,
walked off.
yeah, yeah, no, he for sure tore his Achilles. He's got a ruptured Achilles. He's getting surgery today, I think, in New York. And then Anthony Edwards was, what was he? They said he had a
A
bone
couple weeks.
bruise. Yeah, bone bruise on his
Mm.
knee plus the hyperextension, so out a couple weeks. Um, that's a tough injury, but it sounds like he avoided any sort of like structural damage, which is good because like bending your knee backwards never fun time, but like
Mm-mm.
luckily there is like a lot of give when that happens, so he didn't really like push any ligaments to their limits too much. But yeah, no Ant or Devo for at least a couple weeks. Hopefully Ant can come back if we make a run. But yeah, what are the
Yeah.
vibes right now based on the electricity of that wild win, which was immediately followed by Dante tearing his Achilles, but then the Wolves win. What's the vibes?
They're good. Those are good. I don't know, dude. I was
Talk about it.
I
Dish
was
it.
very
Dish it.
doomed for a while. After that second loss, I'm just like, oh, we've seen the same thing over and over again. Um, it's funny because last year we were up 2-1 in the series against the Golden Knights and we still lost. So, it just this one's going to seven. It feels like it's so evenly matched up. This is some of the best hockey I've ever watched in my entire life. So, regardless of the outcome, it's pretty fun to be able to, see something like that. What do you think, Cole? You gonna
No,
say something?
I come. Yeah, sorry, I didn't know if you had more you wanted to add. No, I completely agree. Obviously, it's bittersweet with the Wolves right now. Um, hope that if we do make the deep run, that Ant comes back in some window of time. I think optimistically would be, he's able to make it back for the Western Conference Finals. And if not, then that this team just absolutely balls out and we go to the finals, and then we have big Anthony Edwards back for his first finals appearance, which would be pretty cool. Also,
Big Anthony
this will be
Edwards.
big test for our team. We have so much talent. Obviously, having Anthony Edwards on your team, everyone would like an Anthony Edwards on your team. It's going to make any team better. But we saw from Io last night. We've seen from Jaden, Shannon for a brief moment when he came off the bench. I mean, we got talent, we got depth. So um,
TJ.
I could see the
TJ.
Wolves even without Ant and even without Devo, making some noise here down the stretch. My biggest thing, before we even think about anything further, we got to wrap this series up because Denver's
Yeah,
still fully loaded and they're going to come out with some vigor. I'm sure they're going to want to not let us just walk away with this. But if anything, man, I just want to see us beat the Nuggets because rivalry crap and just feels good to send teams home, right? So that's for the Wolves. For the Wild, yeah, super exciting, man. Everything's been really good energy there. I actually went to that game three double OT, didn't get home until 2:30. So um, I was finding myself happy for the fans that were at game four there and got to see an OT
Right.
victory because I know how badly I was hoping for that when I was there for game three. Glad we were able to do that. So um, that's good. And yeah, this is just going to be a hard fought series. I'm just, more than anything, it's been amazing hockey. I'm just irked to the fact that we're seeing two of the top six teams have to fight each other in the first round. And then after this series, you're going to have the Avalanche. I don't remember if they were one or two, but they were up there playing again, one of the top six teams. So within the first two rounds, you're going to have two of three of the best teams out. And that's just a bummer. I mean, for the casual fan, it's good right now. They're enjoying the playoff hockey. But for fans of both us and as much as I can't stand the Stars, fans of their team, they're probably equally irked. They're like, gosh, it would be nice if we just had, no matchup is easy, but a team that wasn't the Wild because we're giving them
Yeah,
hell and they're
some sort
giving
of
us
like
hell.
a
So
cupcake. Yeah, a
yeah,
different kind of
right.
an opponent.
Like you just looked at Carolina just absolutely swept, and the Senators gave them some grief, but I mean that's kind of how first round matchups usually go with these wild card teams against the number one seeds
Hmm.
or two and three. So, but things are good, man. I mean, all the players that we want to see playing well are playing well for the Wild, and that's encouraging. Um, and I'm pumped, man. I'm excited for Game Three. I'd love to steal that on the road.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
100. No, you go.
No, you go.
No, you go.
No, you go. I didn't have really
I
anything to say. I was
yeah, I
just
didn't say
gonna
anything about the
affirm.
Wolves. I'm just I think Cole hit the nail on the head with that. Just got to make sure we focus on the task at hand currently. I can 1000% see like I can see us winning this series no problem with without Devo, without Ant, but I don't know about OKC. I don't know if we get past them. Um Everything else I
Well,
feel like
that would be the finals, or
yeah,
this,
yeah.
excuse me,
No,
the
I know.
Western
I'm
Conference
just saying
Finals.
like if that eventually that inevitably ends up happening. I don't how
Yeah, no,
but
Dante DiVincenzo's impact it's
yeah.
significant, and I said this last night in the group chat. But I was like, the only injuries that would be worse than Dante are Ant and Jaden, and then of course Ant, like a couple quarters later got hurt too, not quite as significantly, but like yeah, I mean Dante brings so much. The reason like our depth is awesome is because we have such a straight like starting core, like the most starts together in the NBA this season, right? The Devo,
Mhm.
Julius, Jaden, Rudy, Ant lineup, and now we won't have that for the rest. So that is scary to think about. Um,
Yeah.
that's I was really torn because obviously the Wild winning that game in overtime was sick. And then like
Yeah.
the second it's over, I'm like, okay, I'll look at my phone because I always set my phone down. I don't want spoilers. And the first thing I see is the notification and being like, "Oh no, Dante DiVincenzo, broken heart emojis." And I was like,
Oh,
"Ah, this is not going to be good." I didn't
Mm,
know what it was going to be, but I knew it was going to be something that maybe was pretty gruesome. So,
yeah.
yeah, that was upsetting. But the Wolves played well, and then Ant went out, and the Wolves continued to play well. Uh,
Mm.
Kwamde Ayopo Dunsumu, uh, our savior, Ayo went fucking nutty though. What was that about? I mean, like I know he's good. He essentially helped me win my fantasy championship in basketball because he had that crazy triple double a little bit before the season ended. But he went out for 40.
he's
Only a
insane.
couple, only a couple Timberwolves have ever scored 40 points in a playoff game.
Let
Do you
alone a
want to
bench
remind
player.
everyone who we traded for him?
First one off the bench for sure.
You want to go ahead and remind
It,
everybody who we had to
Bobby
give up
Dillingham.
to get that man?
Yeah, so Bobby Dillingham, Leonard Miller, and then
Insane.
a couple second round picks in
Yeah,
the future
we will
for
take
Ayo
him.
Dosunmu,
This
and then
guy is
also we
unbelievable.
got Julian Phillips out of it too. Shout out Julian Phillips.
It's true.
He's never gonna play, but shout out to that guy.
Shout out that guy for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Wild too. I mean, you know, I watched that whole game. I've been trying to at least watch as much as I can of these games, but I watched that game start to finish. Um, so now that I'm wearing now that I have a jersey, thank you to my dad for buying this just randomly.
The
Um,
Fabes, right?
yeah, it's a Faber jersey. It was very
Let's
funny too
go.
because
Love it.
we were just talking on the phone, yeah, and he was like, he texted me being like, "Who's your favorite player?" And I was like, "That's kind of a funny question."
That's cute.
Um, and then we were on the phone. He's like, "You forgot you didn't answer me on that." And I was like, "Oh shit, my bad." And then we just talked about it. And a couple days later, he texted me. He's like, there's something at your door," kind of like when you order something and you get the
Yeah.
notification. He sent me that.
You should have said all of
And
them,
then
so
I
we had to get
grabbed
you
it,
a
and I
jersey
was,
for every player.
I mean, I did list a couple. So Dad, if you're listening to this, you can still get me the
Dad,
Boldy one. I said Boldy,
if you're still listening.
Quinn Hughes.
Bro,
Uh,
speaking of which, though, I mean, Faber has had a hell of a series. Oh my goodness. He
And
had three
yeah, I
blocks.
mean, he
He's been
scored a
great.
goal last night after, the first game of me wearing his jersey. So that's, something to
Hmm.
think about,
Hmm.
something to
Cool.
consider.
He's had
Yeah.
very
But no, I
timely.
mean, watching that game. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
No,
you
you're
go.
okay. I'm not
No,
trying to
you
interrupt.
go.
Okay, I was
Oh,
just gonna
all I was
say
gonna
he's.
say was
Oh my God.
what I was gonna
Tennis,
say
bro.
was actually no, I actually was gonna say that watching that game, like you could just tell, especially in overtime, the Wild were playing harder. There were stretches in the first couple quarters where it did feel like our backs were against the wall a lot, but I don't know. I felt pretty much all that overtime. I was like, I feel like if anyone's gonna score, it's gonna be us, unless it goes to a second overtime. And then we did, right? Just in time. So that was really fun to
Yeah,
watch. The Wild are good. As coming from a guy who doesn't watch a whole lot of hockey, I'm not gonna say I'm not credible. I know enough. They looked really good last night for, a team that
yeah.
like we had to go to overtime to win. The Stars are also
I
very good.
Cheese knows puck,
I
though.
looked
No,
at the
it's true.
I know, little puck.
yeah, he does. I looked at the I looked at the Reddit hockey game thread. So that's obviously the hockey community. So that's just fans of, and it's not just
Send Reddit
exclusively
link.
NHL, right? Because there's there's an NHL um Reddit, and then you got the hockey, which is like they'll do stuff from all over, but definitely a lot of NHL fans in there. And so I was looking at the game
Oh,
link
yeah,
for
for
that,
sure.
and like the top comment was this is some really good hockey. Both of these teams are really good, and the goaltending is insane on both of these. And then again, it was shame that they're
hmm
having to play in the first round. This is like a finals or Western Conference Finals vibe.
Yeah,
But
give
no, I
me
mean
7 games of
everyone's giving our
this.
flowers, and I will say for all of the horror and nightmares of first round exits with the Wild, there should be, if we end up not being able to accomplish the task at hand and beat the Stars and move on to the second round, there should be an asterisk next to this year for anyone that goes, oh, another first round loss. Because truly, I mean, if we played
No,
here's an
it's
example. If
Yeah,
the Timberwolves played the
this
Thunder in the
matchup
first
shouldn't have
round this
happened.
game and we ended up losing in the first, no one would be like, oh, they got eliminated. They'd be like, they had a tall task. They had to beat the Thunder. Dallas is not easy. So the fact that we're giving them hell and we're hanging in there and back and forth, like I said, if this doesn't work out in our favor, there will be an asterisk in my
Uh-huh.
mind for this series because
in our
we've been
favor.
playing
Yeah.
well. This isn't one of
I
those
think
years
you're
where we've been
making some
playing.
really good points,
Golly,
Cole.
I
I
also
think you're
think you're
making
making
I
some
think you're
really good
making
points. I think,
menace,
I think, I think
terrifying.
those are some really good points you're
I think you're
making.
making some really good points. And if I had to bounce off of that really quickly, I think that what I would say is, yeah, you're welcome to the hockey world for this matchup. Also, same with Timberwolves Nuggets. I mean, it's cinema.
Yeah,
We have
It
two
really
teams
is.
that people want to watch, which is kind of funny.
it's.
Um,
I mean, dude,
never
at some point, I
came out of
get to.
nowhere.
You know how the camera cuts when someone hasn't been talking, they start talking, it just cuts to
Yeah.
Clay, and I go, gosh, dang it.
I dude,
It's
there's
so
just so much.
good.
It's like, yes, there's okay, if for some reason we don't win this series, I mean, it's a it would be damn well earned if we do, and it damn well earned on the Stars part if they win. But
Mhm.
swear to God, man, I it's been really frustrating.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
With
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
God
just been
damn it.
really frustrating with the refs. I can't deal with it, bro. I swear to God. It's like they're giving the Stars all the
Uh,
possible.
Okay. Hey, can I ask you guys actually a genuine question? As someone who doesn't watch a whole lot of hockey, like what when you guys are complaining about the refs, like what is it exactly that they're doing that is pissing you off so bad? Like besides missing calls, like what
It's the
are they
inconsistency. That's the worst part about it.
oh, like not calling it both ways type
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
it's
Mm,
just they'll okay. For instance, they have had four really bad hits on our guys that should have been all 5 minute majors, especially the cross check to the back ahead of Boldy. It could have been really dangerous.
not
Um,
my baby,
there
my
was the
sweet Pookie
one
boy.
the elbow to the head of Zuccarello that actually has taken him out of this series.
Yep.
That didn't get called. There has been a spear on Kaprizov that didn't get called. There's
Mhm.
just so many different instances where there's like, can we? Yeah, okay, you're gonna let him play. If you're gonna let him play, that means you can't call 16 different penalties in a game. It's really
Yeah.
Mm,
frustrating. I don't get it. And it's the timing of when these calls are happening too that really pisses me off. I don't know. It's tough.
that's fair.
Yeah, no,
That's
he
very
nailed
fair.
it. It's exactly that circumstance. So, for example, I was at that game 3, right? And initially Dallas got an early lead in terms of the favored penalty calls. And I feel like quite frequently there's kind of two ways that refs will call games. Either one, they're gonna call it tight to try to eliminate sloppy play or like bad hits or things like that. So they'll call a lot of early penalties for stuff that seem like small infractions. Or they'll let them play really hard and just like it's kind of understood the stuff that'll be called is like the really gnarly stuff. And so there's been time throughout this series where it's like at that game 3, there were stretches where I'm like, they're not calling like, oh, that could have been a call on us. Oh, that could have been a call on Dallas. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, something will happen and they'll call a penalty, and you're like, that's the penalty they called. So it's inconsistency in terms of the type of game
Yeah.
they're calling from a
Dude,
referee standpoint.
and then the
And then
embellishment by Jamie Benn too, just as an example.
yeah,
Like,
that
oh,
high
that,
stick. And
uh,
that stuff happens. I mean, yes, it was horrible, but
yeah,
there I will say, like obviously refs they're people, so they're not always going to get every call perfect. It may have from
Yeah,
their
they
perspective or
make
angle look like a
mistakes.
high stick, but yeah, man, like when I was at that game, there were very timely penalties. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, I will complain about the refs because bad calls are bad calls, or missed calls are missed
Yeah.
calls. But for that game 3, we went 1 for 7 on the power play, and in my mind,
that's
what I
good.
was gonna say, if initially Dallas had, I looked up at the end of like the second or something, it was they had gotten 6 power plays and we had gotten 2. And to be fair, also, a lot of the power plays that they had given Dallas, I was like, that is a very questionable call after having also seen them miss calls for the Wild. So that's where, like, just from a fan standpoint, you're like, this is so frustrating. But then throughout the third, we ended up getting some favorable calls. We got the first 2 penalties or power plays rather, in the first OT and the second OT that will carry it over to the second OT. And then they ended up giving Dallas a couple in the second OT and they capitalized. So in that game, I didn't think the refereeing was great. It ended up tally wise being even on the score sheet. But therein lies another issue because I'm a firm believer that if a one team plays more disciplined than the other, that team should be rewarded by getting more power plays and having to be on the penalty kill less often. So if you look at it and one team had six power plays and the other had two, I hope that that's a true reflection of the team that had six power plays
Yeah.
actually got penalized or
Yeah.
like bad trips or whatever.
It
But
shouldn't
the
be
issue
because
with
this would
with
have
the
saved
NHL is
them.
they don't call the games that way. They call it based on, as I said, they want either a tight clean game or they want, hey, you're going to just let the boys play. But then when they don't call it that way and then they try to game manage to even things up,
It,
yeah, when we're behind on power plays and it's been equal in terms of each team making mistakes, I'm glad that they ended up calling it even, but it shouldn't have even gotten to that place in at the very beginning. So, anyways, my 2 cents.
That's that's a great answer. Those are both great answers. I mean, it gives a little perspective, but I think from my perspective as someone who's refereed, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I refereed rec league basketball. Probably not, I've never really talked
what?
about it. I know. No, I know, especially when it would be like in the playoffs or whatever, we would kind of have a conversation, myself and my other referee, and be kind of like, all right, like, you know, let's let them play up until like the last couple minutes of each half, especially the second half, right? Like, so, unless it's like, like super obvious or like detrimental, just kind of let them play. And with hockey, I mean, having three periods, it's kind of tough. I assume to just be like, all right, let's just like not make calls until the very end because imbalances like that do come up, right? Like a bunch of power plays to
Hmm.
none. So yeah, it is. It's interesting. I guess maybe sometimes just teams benefit from the type of game that's being called. I know that happens with the
For
Wolves a
sure,
lot, like
for
because they
sure.
play really
Well, I mean,
physical
like that's
defense.
what happens like with OKC. So like for instance, um, let's say you have like
Mhm.
okay, they're like free throw merchants. Dallas are they're power play merchants. That's the biggest strength they have on their team, which is a lot more commendable in hockey because you really have to dial in a power play to make it that damn good, and they've done that.
Yeah,
Um, but
true.
that's where they score. We have just been destroying them in 5-on-5 hockey, but
Hmm.
they're getting so many calls. They're getting like 8 a game. Where most like I feel like most of the time in hockey you're getting maybe 3 or 4. Uh, so it's just tough for them to be
They're
able to get that
are
many.
they floppers? Are
Yes,
they flopping?
I call them the dirty Dallas Divers because they play dirty, but they also dive, which is
There's a
Mm,
lot of dives.
that's
Yeah, there's a
awful
lot of
puck. That is
dives.
that's unethical puck.
yeah, it's unethical puck
Hmm.
exactly. So
Yeah.
ethical puck won last night. It's the Minnesota way. Honestly, it's kind of funny how similar it feels to like watching the Wolves play OKC.
Yeah. We
I
get
will
ethical buckets, team basketball.
Yeah.
I will say, because one thing I wanted to add to, I hope people know that as frustrated as I get with calls, refereeing in all at the professional level in all sports, I recognize how tough the job can be,
Oh,
right?
100%.
Like
Absolutely.
it's totally not, it's not so cut and dry, and it's also easy, especially if you're watching it on the television as a fan. You're watching like the overview, so you're getting to watch everything
Yeah,
kind
you
of
got
happen
a
at the
much
same
better
time.
view than they do.
I know that those linesmen, especially in hockey, I was going to say with hockey, especially with how fast that game moves, I know how hard it can be to like make sure you're seeing everything and noticing everything. And there's probably times like, for example, the Jamie Benn from the camera angle that we see where the stick goes up and then 2 seconds later he goes. And so clearly it didn't hit him. He's reacting to a close
So
stick to
fast.
try to get a call. That's scummy,
Yep.
but it's smart, honestly. Um, I understand how like in a moment you look over, a guy's stick is up, guy's on the ground, and you go and you hear
Yep.
fans go like, "Oh," so then you call it, right? But
That
that's
works.
why,
I'll
yeah.
be totally honest. Like from
Yes.
my
Mhm.
personal experience, even in rec league, like if you feel like you get contact and you sell it well enough, like the ref's gonna be like, okay, yeah, obviously. Um, that's obvious. Even like out of the corner of your eye, you like think you see something and you see that reaction, like you're just gonna call it because a lot of
There's
times when
yeah.
a lot of times in that job, you just like you have to sort of trust the players, even though you do know they're trying to manipulate you here and there. So like, yeah, that
Right.
is, it's dirty or whatever, but it is like kind of smart. It's embarrassing to see it when you watch it happen all the time. Um,
Right.
but yeah, that's like a good point as to why you say it's like it is a hard job. It's, your job is to get every call right, but like in reality, it's so hard to do that,
Yeah.
especially in like the highest moments of like the highest level hockey in the playoffs in an intense series. Like, yeah, I definitely don't envy those referees.
There's something to be
That's
said too
No,
about
not at
that's
all.
tough.
like some my dad asked me the other day, do you actually think that there's truly home ice advantage in this series? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, you think about the how loud the crowd is and they get in.
Energy for sure.
But when
Yeah, you
Cole,
get the
back
last
to what
line
you
changes
just
too.
said,
That can be
when if
beneficial.
someone's
Uh-huh.
trying to sell a call and the whole crowd erupts about it, that kind of plays into it a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
that's,
That's fair.
but I don't know. I think I just hope the rest of the series, there's no way, but I just hope that the game management by the referees tries to it's just I would just let them play
Yeah.
rest of the series at this point because if they're already getting away with trying to hurt our guys, so they're going to do it regardless. So we might as well just let the boys play. I don't know.
I'd
Um,
also, yeah, I just want to see our, the Wild know what they need to do, but 100% on the power play for Dallas last game, and that's with us getting a win. By the way, that's
yeah,
unacceptable. And it happens. You're gonna have good games. You're gonna have bad games. But both of their goals that pushed it to OT were from the power play, and they're a scary good team. I mean, it happens. You get your power play percentage throughout the year, but it's typically inflated because you play some dog shit teams throughout the year too, and they might get 4 or 5 power plays, and it's like whatever. But hey, play.
I want to say something.
Yeah, tell us.
I want to say something.
Okay, tell us.
Jesper Volstead has been fucking unbelievable. I'm so happy we finally have a franchise goalie. That dude
Yes, sir.
is gonna
Well,
be with us for 10
He's got the
years.
lawnmower voice.
Yeah,
yeah.
lawnmower
Sound
voice.
like RF. Yeah, you've been huffing those lawnmower
Oh yeah.
fumes.
No, I've been it's I lost my voice. I
Uh,
don't know what's going on with it. I haven't been able actually it's been
Jesper
me. But Jesper
Wallstead,
Volstead.
the Wall of St.
Wally,
Paul.
Wally.
He's the GOAT.
Man, I was
Hey,
I was bummed for him on game 3, that double OT. He
I
really
know.
stood on his head for long stretches of
Bro,
both the first OT and the second OT. And there were multiple times throughout both the first and second OT that the whole stadium with massive energy, and we're all pissed tired, right? But even when we're all tired, some of the loudest chants that we heard was after he would, like, on a few of the penalty kills, make just crazy saves. And everyone was going Wally, Wally, and I was pulling for him so big time to get that
quality.
win.
Big
I'm
time.
glad he got it in game 4, but my biggest hope was that by us chanting, it wasn't gonna mess with his psyche. But who knows what happened?
That man
I
has
want to say something. I want to say something. Chef, my beautiful son.
Yeah,
Also, I want to say these
guys.
are my both my beautiful sons, and I love them.
To be honest, that's not the worst picture y'all have of me. That one on the back of the boat when we were at default last year, where I push my belly out and I'm looking right down at the
Yeah, that's
camera
a
and
good
like,
one.
yeah, that
Jesper
one's good.
Volstead has been standing on his head, blocking
Jesper
lasers with his
Wallstedt.
eyes closed.
Jesper Wallstedt.
Ah, that's so great.
I love you, Volstead. You're my favorite.
To
That's it.
think that we were
Uh,
considering, the rumor has it that the like Vincent Trocheck and other top of the line trade options that we were going to make with the trade deadline for a number one center or someone like that. A lot of them were with the inclusion of Jesper Wallstead. Thank God we didn't do that, man. I say we turn around in the off season, depending on how everything goes, but we still go chase that and try to use our assets to pick up, a nice number one center, bring it in, and there's our 2 3 year window with the best talent we'll ever have for a long time.
yeah.
But
Gustafson's gone,
we
I think.
cannot trade. Here's the thing: Gus is a fantastic goalie, and I love the Gus bus, man. He's in my good graces for a very long time. He's got all the love, but there's something about the way that Jesper plays the game that, and probably why he was so greatly acknowledged to be like worth a high round draft pick, because there's just something about the way he sees the game, the way he, reads his lanes and sees the puck that other goaltenders don't have. Like, you can be a great serviceable goaltender, but he makes saves and makes plays and like locks down the net and goes into this like freak mode where he just like, it's done. You'll watch it and you, as a fan, you have the confidence. You're like, oh, and I really didn't think we were going to lose game three. It ended up being the way he got beat was a crazy good deflection by Wyatt Johnston. Guess what? Same thing happened to Ottinger. Ottinger is
That's
one of those
hockey, baby.
goaltenders
That's
that
hockey.
is the same kind of caliber. He's talented with all the, the mechanic sides of things, but also his just hockey IQ is crazy. And what did it take to beat him in OT? Literally a shot going wide of the net, and then Matthew Boldy having the most amazing deflection I've seen in a very long time and put that thing at a 90-degree angle
Moldy,
back in the net. Crazy.
moldy,
Bat Moldy is
bat moldy.
probably our best player. I think I would
He's
say
been he's been playing better than Kaprizov
it's
this
insane.
series, and Kaprizov's been playing fine, man. I mean, he was quiet and he disappeared in that third game, but he's had some good play in game four and game one and two. But Boldy's been consistently every single night showing up, making plays, generating offense. He's been amazing.
Matt Boldy's very good.
I want
Um,
to say something.
yeah, please let us hear it. Please.
I don't. I think Eric Sinek is the most important player on the Minnesota Wild for
I
many
like that
reasons,
take.
but he
I like
is.
that take. He's our best
He's not the
face-off
best,
winner right now,
but he's the
at
most
least
important.
until we get a guy that's like that's his job. But bro, he's
I'm sorry,
crazy
just
good.
so silly.
Yeah,
Silly.
he's fantastic. Uh,
Okay.
that's about it. That's all I got. I think we could just, the next three games. I say that because I feel like this is going to seven. Um, dude, if we could play like we did last night, we're winning the series 100%.
Mm.
When that puck, when Ryan Hartman made that insane play to save the game, the puck went off it was on the ice, bounced, pinged off the freaking crossbar, went across the crease and stayed out of the net by some miracle. I turned to my dad. I was watching with him. I said, "We are winning this game. We're going to tie this up, and we're going to win this game."
Mhm.
And we did just that. Insane, dude. That was
And
some fun.
did he look at you and say you're adopted?
He looked at me and he said, "I'm going to beat you with a shovel."
Dad, Dad, we're gonna win this
All
game.
right, I'm taking over here.
Clay, can I talk to you outside for a second?
Yeah, yeah.
No, no, no. Stop his bit right now.
Oh, come
Okay.
on. Oh, come on. We're teasing. We're having a good time.
My dad used to
Dad
huck
with the shovel bit cut off.
he used to
No,
huck
no,
apples at me.
no, he didn't huck
Yeah.
apple.
Yeah,
No, he
shout
didn't.
out to Gus,
That's
brother.
cheddar.
Shout out to Gus.
That's cheddar
Yeah,
pot cannon. That's cheddar pot cannon, actually.
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
That Clay's dad hucked apples at him,
My dad used to huck apples at me.
He'd make
which
me
is
climb a
A
tree.
Gus Johnson
Oh,
reference.
Yeah, it is.
oh, I love that. I love the apples.
Anyways, all
Keep
right.
going.
So no, I feel like we have talked a lot about the Wild, and Clay, I think just made a good mention. Like, how do we finish out this series, and win it? It's probably going to go seven. Well, what's got to happen? What's got to happen?
We got to be better on the penalty kill. That's without a doubt.
More
I mean,
aggressive on the penalty kill specifically.
yeah. Hey, you know what? Good point, Clay. I noticed a huge difference when we had given up some goals on the penalty kill earlier in game three. We did one of the things that fills me with the most sense of dread and anxiety is where we play that zone box and we just play really tight around the goal. We try to block shooting lanes. We try to sweep it out on a shot. Great. I like the penalty kills where you don't even let them get a shot. The penalty kills that I enjoyed watching are where you chase the puck holder, and that's what the
Mhm.
teams that have done to us that screw us up. It's high risk, high reward for sure. If you get if a guy like Quinn Hughes dances with you on the blue line, gets past you, you just gave him a scoring chance, essentially. But I just like it better, man, because when they play that zone and the Stars are way too good at passing. Anyways, I'm with Clay. Aggressive on the penalty kill would probably be one of the solutions for a better success there. And then I really think we need to see two things. We need to see Matt Zuccarello come back soon. I'm hoping he'll be back for game 5 because he was a huge catalyst in game 1 to get us that all those goals. And then Kirill needs to show up, man. I mean, he's been okay for $17 million and being quote unquote our star player. He needs to be better. So um,
I
if
want to see
everyone
him get
else,
saucy.
yeah, man, for sure. And then if everyone does what their job is and what everyone knows what to do on the team, I see us pulling this off. You know, a little bit of puck luck maybe in there too, but that's how I say we do it.
I think we just gotta figure out our power play. That's one of the big things. 1000%. Penalty kill, dude, it's all in special teams. This this team doesn't you don't beat this team without a good power play to, match them up. So that and more aggressive on the PK. Let's go more man. Let's attack the puck instead of just sitting back. And if if Jesper Fosted can continue to play as he is, we got a damn good shot.
I
Hmm.
love it. Okay. So let me ask you, I would like to ask you the same thing about the Timberwolves. They gotta win, we gotta win one more game. 3-1. Chris Finch said it himself. He's like, the next one's gonna be hard to get, with obviously what we're dealing with and how Denver's gonna be after, kind of punking them at the end there with the Jade and stuff. So how do we finish that one off and try to move on and give ourselves buy ourselves some more time to get Ant back? What we got to do?
I mean, we're
Just
gonna
No, you go.
there you
no,
go.
you go. We're gonna need I mean, we're gonna need guys to play how they have been playing. Rudy's, but what is happening?
What do you mean?
You guys are turning off your cameras and your microphones.
What if we came back and we had like signs up, like it was "We love you, Cole." Like you just like you
Yeah,
just
well, that'd be pretty good. That would make my day, honestly.
anyway.
All right. Well, look, I was gonna say I think we need the people that have been playing well to keep playing well. Jaden's been electric and so good. Rudy's been incredible. This is some of the best. I mean, he's a defensive player of the year, DPOY, DPOY,
DPOY.
DPOY for
DPOY. Sorry, I
multiple
had to
times.
charge
But
I had to get my
no, you're
charger.
good. But he's been playing so freaking good. So he needs to keep doing him. But I think we're gonna need some sort of monster game from one of our guys. We're gonna need a big Nas game where he gets like 27 points. We're gonna need another big IO game possibly, or So I think to get that game 4 or that game 5 and that victory and move on, we're gonna need someone that goes above and beyond what's expected of them. I do believe we have the talent to just win as is, but I think if we're looking at a potential game where Denver might, throw out, every single punch they have, you might be looking at a huge Murray game or a huge. It's like a Taylor Swift music video.
Love you, Cole.
Hold up, it's time.
I don't know if you can even see it.
But yeah, I just think we're gonna need a monster game from someone. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I think, dude, just get the ball to AO. I I don't I just butchered that.
IO. I
Ayako.
think you can say AO. It's white people will probably just be saying AO.
IO.
And
Trying
I
white
knew it
people
was
I
just be
say it
IO.
saying,
I don't know how,
AO.
but I've heard other people say AO as
AO.
well, so I'm not sure what the actual pronunciation is. But either way,
It's IO.
okay, it is. So
Yeah.
just get in the ball, man. Like that's
Anyways, get that man the ball.
get that man the ball.
anyways,
We're headed to the second round.
agreed.
Yeah, I agree. I
No,
think
dude, if we can have
Cole's
one,
right. I disagree.
no, you go.
I disagree. I agree.
But if Rudy can lock in like he has,
You
bro,
go. No, you go.
I want to give a shout out to Rudy. That is the most misunderstood player in the NBA. He's
Yo,
just
shout out Rudy.
I agree with you.
Shout out to the Rudy Truthers from day one. Yeah, no, Rudy's funny to make fun of. He's goofy. He's French. He sounds French. All this bullshit, but you see his importance in this series, and it's like really nice. Even though he's won 4 DPOYs, DPOYs, he still
Deep
gets
boys.
fucking shit on all the time because anytime he gets scored on, it's like, oh, he got scored on. It's like, yeah, not every defender's gonna stop every shot.
Also, he's playing
But
against the best player in the world right now. So
and that's what I was about to say. It's like not only on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, Rudy's been really impactful. And I
Yeah.
think this series, it's been cool to have like this spotlight on him for this series where he can kind of show off the like to the world that's watching now, like, hey, I'm like I can hoop. Like I'm not fucking
Yeah.
trash. I'm not just some tall guy. So yeah, that's been great. I think jumping off of that, like you need to continue to have Rudy play the way he has been. Same, Jaden's got to keep bringing it. I think Denver's going to win game 5, and then I think we'll close it out at home in game 6. Um, but I think for that to happen, the bench is going to have to lock in, and this is where I'm excited because as you saw, TJ Shannon kind of close out the year with a couple big games. His confidence is up. He looked really good. I think he's showing the potential he's always had. So
Even from a
next,
development standpoint, so great to give him these big games and these big moments. I mean, it's going to
yeah.
add to his toolkit and his confidence as a player. But
Even last
um,
year in the playoff, I mean, remember in the Thunder series, it felt like he was the only guy who could score. And
yeah,
I
true.
think if it's the next man up mentality, we got TJ waiting, and then Jalen Clark's also on the bench. Who's
Yep.
probably going to get some more minutes. He got like Mike Connolly and Kyle Anderson, who have got like the vet experience. I think we're in good
Slow
hands.
mo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously, really tough being down Ant and Devo, but I think we can close the series out. I think we can. And if we
So
don't,
true.
it'll be pretty embarrassing considering all the shit talking and the way like Jaden's been
Yeah,
acting.
but you know what?
But
Look,
that's my dog. I love
Crazy to
him.
see him
excuses
like
are
that, dude.
excuses, sure. But if the Nuggets, who have the best player in the world and were already favored to win this series, come back and win, you got to give some grace to that because we're now missing Dante and Anthony Edwards. So like
Two of our three
again, I
best players.
yeah, and like excuses are excuses. So it would be fair for any Denver fan or really anyone to look at me if I say that and be like, "Oh, okay, boo-hoo." Fair. But you know what? Facts are facts. And the talent that they bring to the table and the value that they bring to this team, which to your point, Cheese, adds more value to your bench players because they're going to do these minutes. Your bench players are going to come up. They're going to be off the bench fresh, something to prove. Just changes the dynamic. So I still obviously 100% believe this team's going to pull off. And I'm with you, Cheese. I think we'll lose in Denver, and I think we'll come back home and win it. But um, that can't be that can't be ignored. I mean, we just lost two huge key pieces in that last game. It's essentially like the Wild in that OT win. It's like us losing Kaprizov or Boldy, and then also losing like Spurgeon, right? Who's like he's good, he plays really great defensively. He's not the star, but he's like valuable. So it's my 2 cents. Oh, I was
Good
also gonna
job.
say, dude, Rudy's hands normally piss me off
Yeah.
wildly. His hands have been sick this
They're very
series. Like he's been catching passes and picking up rebounds and like loose balls. And I'm like, yeah, let's
Hmm.
go. Like big hand man, let's go. Like grab that ball, baby. Let's go. He's
Yeah.
been great, dude. He's been so
That's
good.
part of why people make fun of him too, is like he looks goofy, and part
Yeah,
of that is because he can't
yeah.
catch the shit. So it's yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, being
Rudy
7 foot
Redemption
whatever.
series. Yeah.
Love it, man.
Rudy gets torched all the time for that Maverick series because of that one like off switch that Luca hit that three. But like this is the real Rudy Gobert. This is the Rudy Gobert experience. This is the Stifle Tower experience. More people need to be paying attention.
he's
Yeah.
friend.
Also, that Luca three,
Okay.
that clutch Luca three for against the Mavs in that Western Conference Finals. I know Rudy was guarding them, and everyone was like, "Oh, dude, pick any
He got
player
switched.
in history." Yeah, but any player in history, that shot that Luca hit was all Luca. That it's not the defender
Oh
there. That was
yeah.
just pure talent. So you put any defender in history on him there, they're getting scored on. It wasn't Rudy playing bad defense, but people, of course, are going to go, "Oh, look, Rudy couldn't stop him in clutch time." It's like, well, sometimes clutch players go
Yeah.
clutch. And they just hit shots that you're
Exactly.
like,
That's why
"That's
we're still
disgusting."
talking about it 2 years later. Like
Yep.
I've clearly not moved on. But
Well,
also with
I've moved on, but that's it is what it is.
from like an athlete's perspective, like too, when you're Luca and you see Rudy like trying to close out on you, you know you have the space. Like I'm sure there was part of Luca's brain where he's like, "Fuck you, like Rudy, I'm about to fucking hit this shit in your face." Like sometimes
Mm.
seeing Rudy on you like charges you up even a little more. You're like, "Oh, I really want to score on this motherfucker." So,
Like
but
when
like you
Joker
said,
was
put
on
it
Rudy and he hit that turnaround fadeaway jumper.
that pirouette
Game
little.
7. Oh, it was so
Oh
gorgeous.
yeah.
That's when I knew that game was closed.
Ugh, that's my favorite. Okay.
Do you
I
think this is
think
LeBron's lock screen?
I
I
think we're
don't think
losing Clay.
so. Clay's
Clay's in
Clay's
me mode
trying
now.
to.
He's
Clay's
cooking
like, we're
something up for
talking.
default chat.
He
Dude,
said we're talking about sports too seriously. We must make a joke.
I was looking at photos of the basketballs because we're talking about it.
Of course you were.
Anyway, um,
That's
Well,
beautiful. Well,
anything else you guys have for the Wolves or the Wild? I know we could talk about Twibs, but
I think the
maybe
Wolves
I,
we'll.
close this out. I think we win this series 4-1, and yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But I think we close it out. We're just a better team. If we
in game
smoked,
five. Okay, love it.
but yeah,
All right, should we play 20 questions? Close this bitch out.
sure.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, it's time for Cheddar Pot 20 questions. Brought to you by Angry Minnow Clothing Company. I have a copy from this here right now. It says, please, if you're looking for modern type of clothes, stuff that will fit you, be comfortable, any type of wear for any season, go to angryminnowclothingcompany.com forward
Yeah, do
slash
we actually have a sponsor? That's
cheddarpot.com.
sick.
No, I'm just riffing.
I know. Could you imagine though? Dude, that was
And
that felt great. That was a good ad read.
thank you.
Good
I'm
job.
trying to practice for when we do get a sponsor.
Brought
Yeah, I
to you
love
by
it.
Hymns.
Yeah, but I
I don't
actually
want to be.
I just
I don't
have
want to
this
be
koozie
sponsored.
from
PP
I
no
just have
work.
this koozie from the state fair. So
Hey,
no, but it
we
is
all.
time to sorry. No, go
No,
ahead,
you're
you
good. I'm
go.
just. No, no, it's nothing. I'm laughing at Clay. Keep going. Keep going. Jeez.
Well, okay, it is time to play 20 questions, Cheddar Pot's most famous and only game. And I believe Cole, you have the answer this week, yeah?
I do. Yeah, I want to ask a clarifying question. It's Minnesota sports exclusively, right? Or like
Yeah,
Minnesota sports
like our whole
legends
podcast.
or history
Yeah.
or yes, gotcha.
Last
Okay.
episode, because I know you didn't watch it, was John Randall, and I picked
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
So,
Yes, love John
legends,
Randall. Great. Very nice.
Vikings, yeah. So, not
I
don't
got
pick
that
something
shit.
so niche like a WNBA player to like make everyone realize you don't watch women's.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, heaven
But,
forbid, right?
yeah, you got
Okay.
something for
All right.
us?
I do. I have someone for you.
All right, question one. What do we always do? Is it a sport with a ball?
That's what I always.
Here,
Okay.
I'll keep
Or
count on
is
my
it a
calculator
Well,
person?
here.
we
Is it
got
a
to find
person,
out
place,
first.
or
Yeah,
thing?
person, place, or thing.
Okay.
Um,
I guess that's three questions, so we
let's
just need
ask.
one.
Let's ask
Is it a
if it is a
person?
person or a place, because then we can dive in more. But if it's not, then it has to be a thing.
Okay. Does that count as two questions or one?
You need to ask a question. You guys were kind of just talking to each other there.
My question is it
Well,
a person or a place?
That counts as two questions.
that's what
You
I
gotta
was
ask one or the
wondering.
other. Yeah, you
No,
gotta
it's
ask
a
a
question.
question.
Let's just ask if it's a person.
An unop or a yes or no question.
Is it a person?
It
Yeah,
is.
you could still say yes to it. Is it a person or a place? Or it's one of those two things.
That's
But
true.
we found out it's a person, so
It's a
it
person.
doesn't matter.
Well, if we
Um,
ask if it's a person or a place and all he says is yes, it doesn't rule either one out.
no, I know, but it
Think
rules
about
out
it
the
like
thing.
So then why
okay,
don't you
yeah.
just ask if it's a thing? Bro, Clay's trying to use his sweet math on us.
Oh my God. I mean, you're right. You're
Okay,
right.
okay, it's a
So,
person. This is so stupid.
dude, does the sport they play involve
A
using
round
a
ball.
round ball?
A round ball, no.
Not a round
Okay,
ball.
it's a
This
hockey player
really
or a football
or a
player.
football player. Yeah.
Well, I assume they play a sport
Should we
Curling.
ask, does the ball
or
yeah,
curling, I
true.
guess. Yeah, it
I
could be.
will kill you if it's curling. Should we ask, does the ball have laces?
You could just ask if it's football at that
Is
point.
it a puck?
What is your question?
Is it is it a football player or has it been were
Just
they
ask
or
the question.
are
Oh
they
my,
current?
no, it's not a
It's-
football player. There you go. That's your third question. Not a football player.
I can't do this.
Yeah, it's
We
the
are asking these
worst.
in the worst possible way.
Does
Okay.
this player believe in God? Are they
All right,
religious?
I
Are
have a
they?
question, Cole.
Hey,
Why do you live in
hey, you're
fear?
not the one asking questions.
Why do you live in fear? Oh,
What color is their hair? Yes or no?
okay.
Okay, okay,
So
okay, okay. I'm logging in.
it's
I'm
a
logging in.
hockey
I'm
player.
logging in.
How many questions have we asked already? Three.
Like
Three, and
three.
it's been
Does that count?
excruciating.
Okay, so it's a hockey player or
Does
one.
that count as a question? And also, does
Yeah, it
this count
does.
as a
I'm counting
question?
that. That's four.
Okay, I'm gonna ask. Is it a? I'm gonna ask. Yeah, let's ask if it's a Minnesota Wild player because it could be a
It is
prospect.
a Minnesota Wild player.
Okay,
Okay.
are they
Uh,
currently playing?
okay. I guess
Yes,
you just go ahead and take off.
Okay, no, that's a good thing to know because that's 25 years. Um.
they are currently playing. That was your sixth question. Now
Okay.
Chi should ask a
Oh,
question.
we got this. We got this.
Do they have a captain's patch on them? That would include
Like an A or a C.
assistant. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. No, they do not.
Okay,
Ooh.
that takes out three people.
For a second, again, I thought you were going, do they have a captain patch? Is it Spurgeon? Yeah, no, it's not Spurgeon. There you go.
No, well, there's a couple
Well,
patches.
it's not an alternate either. Then.
Hmm.
Hmm. Oh, we should we should go by position. So should we ask if it's a forward?
Yeah. Is it a forward?
It is a forward. Let's take questions.
Why is that funny?
This is the way you ask. Bro, I got
Yeah,
the
is it a
giggles right now.
forward?
Um,
I got the zoomies.
we should ask. We should try and like ask if they've been in the league for a while or not. Like, are they? I don't know, because you got guys
Well,
like Bobby Brink who have been around for like 2 years. You got people who like, oh, I think.
is
I
it
got I got this person's Wikipedia page pulled up too. So if you really want to ask, like, hey, did they go to this
okay?
college or when did they were in the, I can tell you everything about them.
Are they from Minnesota originally?
They are not.
So it's
Oh,
not.
damn.
That's a good question though. We have a lot of Minnesota born players.
We did. We do.
Okay, let's get a little more specific on the. Let's ask if they're a winger. I think a winger or a center, basically. But
What
hold on, they
is
a
a
winger.
winger? Here, let me look. They are, yes, they're a winger.
Derogatory.
10
Whoa.
questions.
Hmm.
You got 11 more.
Yeah, we're good. We're only halfway there. How?
They're a winger. They're okay, not a center. Dang, dude.
Do they live in fear? I
No,
just want to
that's a
know.
question.
Okay.
Damn it.
11.
Most hockey players don't.
It's
Okay,
actually a very good question if you think about it, and, we can reflect on it later.
I think I know what he's saying. He's gonna wait. I'm gonna ask.
Is it one of the Felinos?
Yeah, we should find out. Is it one of the Felinos? Sure. That's
It is not one of the Felinos. 12
Ah!
questions asked.
They're so scary though. Okay.
oh, oh. Are they Russian?
They are not. 13
Fuck!
questions. Hey, you're asking good
My
questions though.
13th
That just
reason.
eliminated a ton of talent on the
Yeah, that's
team.
a ton of talent. That's a because I
This
was
is kind of in
thinking,
your hands now, Clay, because I'm a little bit tapped out on who I know. I feel like this is a deep cut.
did they
I
play in
mean,
the
you guys
did they
got
play
8
in the Olympics?
questions. They did play in the Olympics. Good question.
Ah!
Okay.
Well,
I think I know who this is.
all right. Let's ask it.
Is it Marcus Johansson?
No, it is not Marcus Johansson.
Fuck!
What?
15 questions asked.
Dude, I was gonna ask another like qualifying question, but okay, they played in the Olympics. We had Sweden. Oh, oh, I think I know exactly who this is. Because he did play in the Olympics, I think.
Say it, baby, say it. Let's hear it.
Are they
I mean,
European?
what?
Are
No,
they
they're not
European?
European.
Okay.
That's 16 questions.
I think I know who this is.
Then ask it. It should be, I feel like it should be obvious right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Is it Matt Boldy?
Matt fucking Boldy!
It's Matt Ball.
Matt
We love
fucking
Matt Boldy.
Boldy!
Dude, that
He
was
did
too
play in the
easy.
Olympics.
I thought you were actually gonna go for like a
No,
deeper
I know.
cut.
Well,
Me
that's
too.
I
Yeah.
wanted to subvert
Yeah.
expectations. We always do
Yeah.
deep cuts, and I'm like, hey, just big Matt fucking Boldy. Also,
See, I was gonna try to do that with John Randall last week, and he got it in like 8 questions. So
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
you
Hey,
just got
that's
a
why.
really good
Geez,
audience.
your does he live in fear question was really good because in a recent interview post game, he's like, people were like, "Hey, like, how are you?" He's like, "Nothing. Like, we're not feeling emotional at all. We're locked in. Like, we know what we need to do." Like, he
Mhm.
was so like, like no fear, like no uncertainty, questions about it. Okay,
Do you live in fear?
Do you live in
from that guy, I
fear?
do. That guy's horrifying.
Yeah.
Incredible.
All right. Well,
All right, well, we
cheers.
might as well wrap it up then, eh,
Sign us
boys?
off, brother.
Did I do a good job with the 21
You
questions?
Yeah,
did good.
you
That
did a
was
good
fun
job,
one.
Cole. Thank
Did-
you. Thanks for
Thanks.
Yeah.
putting up with
You got,
us
hey, that was a
also.
for just Matt Boldy. That was a close one.
Yeah.
You guys got to 17.
Yeah, we like to make it entertaining, dramatic. All
Yeah, or
right.
get more ad coverage on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Because once this is our full-time job, we're gonna need more
Exactly.
stuff
Longer
like that.
videos. Right. Yes,
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
longer than this has got to be an hour or so at least. This is what the people love, though.
It's
They want to
true.
hear us
They
yap.
do. They do love this. They do love
They
this.
love to hear us yap.
They really
All
love us.
right. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for
Okay.
putting cheddar pie in your ear holes. Thank you for joining me, my friends Cole and Clay. Boys, say
Thanks for
goodbye
joining.
to the audience.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Love
Bye.
you.
Goodbye,
Thanks for
beautiful.
listening.
Be good.
Oh
Right.
yeah, Minnesota's cheddar pie, your number one source for unethical news on sports takes.
Yeah, don't forget our sign off. Yeah.
Ah.
Love you.
All right, brothers. Talk to you later.
Uh.